it sometimes when you just have to kind of shoot from the hip?
Yes, I do love it, actually.
It happens. I
do love it.
I mean, this is a small TV station. We have a good time here. People watch this show. People watch this show.
They do.
Who would have thought?
Thank you.
Mary Lou Molina is constantly not criticizing. She is my gauge. If she says something on Facebook, I know I have succeeded.
Oh, good.
Right?
Yep.
Love her to death.
She's a great gal.
She's a great gal. Camps Propane. We'd like to thank Camps Propane and Jackson Rancheria. They are sponsors of our show. Give it up for them, everybody.
All right.
Ernie from Camps, I'm getting that guy on this show. He is Mr. Clean. I call him Mr. Clean. He's just a big guy, bald guy. Gail, you like Ernie, Gail?
I like her.
Right. We'll talk about that after the show. Ernie's married, though. He has a lovely wife. Lovely wife. She runs the show. Okay, so every week we have a comic on the show, and this guy killed it last night at the Union. They freaking loved him. He's done 5,000 shows. Now, to you and me, to you guys, that's maybe not a lot. But when you're doing this, if you did one every day, 365, that's a lot of freaking shows.
It is.
He's been on Sirius XM Radio. He's been on Comedy Central. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jason Resler.
Thank you for having me. I had no idea that Jackson had its own version of the Regis and Kathy show. It's great to be here in the mountains. I've had quite a tour. I just got back from Hawaii. Before that, I was in the southern United States. I had quite an interesting crowd down there. They didn't want to let me go back to the hotel at the end of the night. They wanted to hang out. All they kept saying, Jason, don't go back to the room. Come on, let's go do some drinking. Let's go bar hopping. Let us show you El Paso.
Yeah.
All right, this should be quick. No, not at all. Ended up being a long night. We do a bunch of bar hopping, start taking a bunch of shots. I ended up taking one too many shots, got separated from the group, got abducted by aliens, which was pretty cool because I had never been to Mexico. And in Mexico, they have a drink down there that will knock you right out. It's called agua. And that stuff will mess you up. You can't just go right up to the bar, dive straight into agua. Then you gotta start out with like some tequila or something first, something that's been processed at least. Maybe got a couple less worms in it. I was wandering around in Juarez, Mexico. If anybody likes geography, I had a pretty good buzz going on by this point. I started wandering around. I was looking for Johnny Cash because I pay attention to the lyrics in the song. I heard he was lost down there. I figured if I ever made it back up to Texas, I'm gonna need somebody who could walk a line. I didn't see Johnny, but you know what I saw? I saw a candle factory burned to the ground. Took forever. But it smelled wonderful. And then it just started exploding into great balls of fire. No, it wasn't great balls of fire. That was another story. It was a big old burning ring of fire. And I looked in there and I was like, look, that's Johnny Cash. And I pulled him out. Let's get to Texas. And this is the first time I had ever done mushrooms. I come from a long line of entertainers. It's kind of the family business. My uncle was a singer-songwriter. He played with Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard. Dennis Barney, that matter if we lost him recently. This used to be his shirt. Because this is the sort of thing we inherit in my family. See, I keep telling them white people are not all the same, are we? Some of us inherit trust fund accounts, take over businesses, get property. No, I got a dry cleaning bill. My dad was also an entertainer. Dad was also a magician. Not a magician. Dad was a musician. I get those words mixed up because he played guitar and would disappear for years. Never really got that sorted. Some people might hear that material and make an assumption that maybe I had a hard life. Maybe I grew up really dirt poor or something. I didn't. I was born in 1972. The Supreme Court gave women the right to choose in 1973. Okay, so that was a close one. I got in right under the tag. I did like a Ricky Henderson. Life. Hey, everybody, I'm safe. Because my mom and dad weren't safe. And now I'm here, so we'll just call this home because it's a baseball joke. Springtime, families are out playing catch with their kids, the good parents anyway. It's important to play catch with your kids, even if you're not into sports. It's a good metaphor for parenting. You're taking something that you have and you're giving it to them, and then they give it back to you, and then you give it to them, and then they give it back, and you're building teamwork here, and then they give it back, and then you throw it over their head and make them chase it, because nothing in this life comes easy.
That's right.
It's important. Your children, if you'd rather watch movies, I'd like you to pick this double feature this weekend if you think it's better to watch movies than to play catch. Why don't you have yourself a double feature and watch the movies Field of Dreams and Children of the Corn back You will find out quickly how important it is to play catch with these little people. You don't want to get caught off guard in the middle of the night. Malachi's got a great cutter, But I didn't grow up dirt poor. I grew up kind of poor. I didn't grow up like Bakersfield poor or anything. I grew up like Citrus Heights, Sacramento poor. A completely different kind of struggle. I grew up poor enough to tell you what. I grew up poor enough to think that Mr. Rogers was rich. Because he had 2 pairs of shoes and a train set. I asked my mom for those things. She said, you better go make yourself believe another pair of shoes and a train set. I've got a couple of kids myself now. They grow up so quick. Time goes by so fast. My son lost a tooth just recently. And, spanking just wasn't working. And, he's 15. Spank at 15.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Matter of fact, the truth of the matter is quite differently. I would never spank my child, and it's not because I'm a great father. It's because I have the high deductible, high copay kind of private. And when you got high deductible, high copay medical insurance, you have to raise your children completely different. You can't tell them go outside and play. You got to add in and be careful. Because when you got high deductible, the little league dad that always wants his son to pitch and play shortstop every inning. I wait for him to finish his thing, then I slide up for my chance at the chain link fence. Coach, I got that high deductible, high copay kind of Kaiser. I was hoping you could just stick my kid out in right field for a couple of innings this afternoon. Nobody gets hurt or bitten by any unexpected expenses. He's like, well, he's one of the better kids on the team. Well, you coach these other kids how to play, and can you stop asking my boy to slide and steal all the time? Because those laundry quarters aren't cheap either. I hope you all come out to see me tonight at the Ledger Inn in McQualmney Hill.
All right.
Awesome. Jason Resler, everybody. So, you're at the Hotel Leger tonight.
Leger? I thought it was Ledger. I thought it was named after the latest Batman.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, Hotel Leger, right?
Correct.
And it's in McCullum Hill.
Fancier.
What time's the show?
Sometime tonight.
It's in the evening. It's in the evening.
It's at night. And
7:30, 8 o'clock.
who's going to be with you? Do you know?
I heard, I think Guy O'Beelan might be stopping by as well. So you're going to get 2 comics from Comedy Central.
All right. Wow.
And Guy O'Beelan is the, how do we say, the 420 king.
The 420 comic. So
Oh, man.
if anybody's got some of that, come out to the show.
I've never done that before.
What?
I
There's
never
something
have.
you haven't done?
The guy,
Sorry. You know.
whoo, coming from Monique, everybody. Hello. Anyway, he's funny guy. I actually saw him at Tommy T's and on 420 doing a heck of a show. And
That's where we first met him.
it is. We met at Tommy T's, and Funny guy. So, 5,000 shows. That's not easy to do.
It came from a lot of years playing Reno.
Yeah.
When you're doing 2 shows per night, Tuesday through Sunday,
Right.
they add up really quick. And it being a tourist market, I was very lucky in that way. I would hate to be starting out in show business today. But I was lucky enough to start before the internet, really took hold and
ruined everything for everybody.
Yeah, it made things completely differently. People could curl up with their phones and laugh for an hour and a half nowadays.
It's true. It's true.
But I was lucky. I really learned how to be a comic out on the road.
Do you ever do the Tribble runs? You ever done that?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was thinking when I showed up here today, I used to run express mail out through Amador County in one of them Astro vans, and I used to pick up right around the corner from.
Hence 420.
Yeah, but I got 6 weeks worth of Tribble work, and that's when those tours were Tuesday through Saturday.
Tribble's a guy that basically books you at all these places across the United States and says, if you leave within 2 hours after the show, you can make it to the next show, and they'll pay you $50, but you get to stay somewhere for free. Whatever it was, whatever kind of money it was.
By the time you paid for gas, you probably cleared $50. But everybody was buying my drink. We were playing like the lounges and Red Lion Inns throughout the Northwest.
We got a break. Give them your website, Facebook page.
Pitchingpunchlines.com.
Give it up for Jason Resler, everybody. We'll be right back with Suicide Karaoke.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.